Dear student, good evening one and all. Yesterday lecture, the discuss rise and development of English novel and the develop of English novel in the literature. Periods of English literature is have 2 point is clear and third point is Augustan age and 18th century discuss in these lectures. Augustan age is sometimes called the classical age and sometimes the age of Pope in English literature. The age of Pope is the age of prose in the real sense. First writer in novelist Daniel Defoe. Daniel Defoe is taking the chief roles of writer of Pope or roughly our age is the chronological order. We come first to Daniel Defoe, his period 1661 to 1731. His in a journalism as well as the novel prose enjoy the important place in English literature. His major work are Robinson Crusoe 1790 and Daniel Defoe. This book is very important to English novel. Defoe is a great important in the history of English novel. Admitted to there is some dispute the exact significance of his contribution of its development. On this question, how where we say something when we come to deal the later of chapter with the establishment of the novel shortly after his death. And then next writer Jonathan Swift, his period is 1667 to 1745. For the most powerful and original genius of his age. His very famous book is a Gulliver Travels, and because we rest his production is read by the student, unlike Robinson Crusoe, are most popular things in English literature. The great foundation of these thoughts, most delightful children books, therefore, the closer inspiration and note. The Gulliver travel like rest of Jonathan Swift work reveal is especially man the spiritual quality and disturb the visionary and the materialistic view in the life, and then the English literature developing in this period. The age of Pope was richer prose in the verse. General prose much more interesting among the second rank of attractive Pope friends and John Arbuthnot and the spectator spectator papers. Sir Roger described a modern novel in the genres. And next period, the Romantic period. Romantic period is a duration 1798 to 1850 is known as the age of Wordsworth or Renaissance of wonder. The term of romantic revival is applied to the age of Wordsworth. And then next period, Victorian period, also known as the age of Tennyson in English literature. The Victorian age in English literature is remarkable for the development of the novel. Before we turn to Richardson, however, we may fittingly pause to lay stress upon the great historical signification of the novel from both the literary and the social point of view. The following point should be clarified. Consider in the first place the popularity of the novel. Like the periodical essay, immediately spreaded and coincided with the very large depend upon the growth of reading in public and public which women and become the interesting numerous and influted. Secondly, a practical new form of the literary art of novel was sign that literature was beginning outgrow and compelling the limitation of classicism abandoned and determined the modern genius was bound to the leading and string of the tradition. In there is indeed and notably in the Fielding case some discussion and technique question from the classical standpoint, occasional bread and classical learning. The novel is offered to fresh field in the modern writers. We are able to work is independently. The rise of novel was result is a democratic movement in 18th century England. Romans like tragedy had been almost consistently aristocratic range and interest and character. Even Daniel Defoe, he reputed romantic and convention in this all other respect, still from ordinary social world and criminals and his famous Arcadian shepherds. The comprehension of the novel is free treatment of the character doing all offshoots and condition of man, especially the symptomatic handling and middle class and low life is unmistakable evidence and democratic quality. It is not by incident, therefore, is appeared to the time under the writer Robert Walpole firm rule. This country was stealing down after a long period and military excitement and the consequent growth of commerce and industry and nobility middle class increasing the social and political power. As Lord Morley he said, Pamela as a landmark of the great social no less than the great literary transition when all England went fine to the trial and virtual. The novel has the drama and treatment motives, feelings, all phenomena in our life first take the peculiar place, typically art from the analytical in modern world. It is very important period in the novel, the Victorian period, and second period, which modern period. Modern period refer to the literature is written in beginning the World War First in 1940. 40. Thank you.